Hi Aries, I'm Pam and welcome to your Psychic Tarot reading for July 2015. Happy 4th of July to my USA friends out there. This month I decided to use the Aquarian Tarot deck by David Palladini that I used last month in the mid-month update. Also, at the end of this reading, instead of using my usual angel card, I've decided to use this natural crystal and look into it and tell you the messages I get. I've been using this crystal for over 14 years in my private readings, so we'll see what messages come out for you in this month of July. I want to remind you, Aries, this is a general reading. If you would like a reading specifically for you, you would need a private reading. So I encourage you to find out your rising sign and moon sign because there's going to be some months that these sun sign videos are not going to make sense to you as much as your rising sign will and your moon sign. So I provided a link below and you need to enter in your birth information, and your birth time is the most important factor of entering to find out your rising sign. Without your birth time, you're not going to be able to find that out. So please check out those videos to help you and give you more information. This month, I've decided to use shuffle the cards in front of you so that we're seeing the same cards that come out at the exact same time. So let's see what's coming up for July for Aries out there. Opening for July. Show me in the cards, Spirit Guides, what's coming up for Aries for July 2015. What's going on for Aries? People born under the sign of Aries. The first card that came up for you this month of July 2015, Aries, is the Ten of Rods. And the Ten of Rods to me is a card that symbolizes this is like heading off to better and new horizons. You're carrying 10 rods of burden on your shoulder on this path. However, the 10 rods of burden are actually giving you the knowledge and experience that you've gained that are going to help you on this journey. Some of you Aries are going to be receiving a gift of cash from someone. This could be coming through family sources, or you could even be getting some money left to you as an inheritance. I feel that you're kind of a little listless right now. They're talking about you being like kind of like a boat bobbing around on the sea, being tossed around by the waves with no real clear direction. Like you have some directions in your mind, but then you're not, I don't feel like your ideas are totally solidified or concrete for some of you. You may be traveling and taking a trip soon, and I get that this is going to be a mixed bag of people that you're traveling with, or it's a mixed bag of people you're going to see, because I do feel that you are going to be traveling with some family members here. But I feel like you're also going to see not just sights or, not just to go on the trip. I feel there's people you're actually traveling to go see. And some of this could be friends and family, because I'm getting a whole mixed bag about this trip. Who you're going with and who you're going to see when you get where you're going. I also feel there's going to be a lot of people talking about you at this time. Some of it is going to be favorable. Some of it is going to be gossiping and carping and jealousy or conspiring. But some of it is going to be positive. So it kind of just depends on which Aries you are. Because in your family, I see you and or your family members are going to be going around and around with each other and haggling about money. Some of you are going to feel like you're at your wit's end about certain situations, and it could be through family disruptions, family arguments, or just conflicts. It could be over anything. It doesn't even have to be family related. But I do see like people in your family at cross purposes over each other, that where money and arguing or discussing money is going to be an issue or a topic going on there. Some of you are going to be unburdening yourself, where you're going to be talking to a therapist or some kind of counselor. So if you have some kind of upset or unsettlement inside of you, some of you may seek counseling. Now, it could be traditional therapy and traditional counseling. Some of you, it could be connecting with like spiritual therapy, spiritual counseling. Some of you may just be, seeking counsel through your friends or relations that are great listeners and great with advice. But I do feel many of you Aries are going to be seeking some kind of counsel. I feel for many of you Aries, family, it seems, is putting you in an odd or weird position. I feel you've had some trouble discerning who's who and what's what, and what you think about the situation or people you're dealing with. And because I see you feeling like a lot of uncertainty is going on around you right now, Aries. I'm not going to lie. I feel like in many ways, I keep going back to that boat bobbing around on the, turbulent sea or in the wind. Like, it's like you have purpose and direction in your heart and your mind of what you want, but there's some disconnect happening here. So I don't feel like you're making the full connection to drive forward to what you want to do with purpose. There's too much like outside turbulence and waves going on around you right now that are affecting what you're doing. I do feel many of you, your fitness is going to take an important role for you. And I feel many of you are going to be, the guides are saying, fit as a fiddle. So I feel like either you're doing weight loss or you're doing an exercise or workout program, or you're combining the two things together. And this is going to be making you feel very physically fit, which actually is going to be a big boost to your endorphins in your body, and also your mental state about getting your focus and yourself more in alignment. It's actually going to be assistance to you in a mental and emotional state. Like your mental and emotional state is going to benefit from this feeling fit as a fiddle, you exercising, or your diet routine, or whatever you're doing combined. It is going to be of help to you, Aries. So now the next card you have in this layout today for July, you have the Devil. Now the Devil card is a card to me that symbolizes, this is a card often of addiction. First and foremost, to me, this is usually two people that are bound together in an unhealthy relationship that's almost like an addiction. But this card can also mean addicted to anything. It could be addicted to gambling, drugs, alcohol, sex, spending money, anything. You could be food. You could be addicted to anything. I feel there's an internal war going on inside of you. Your left side of your brain wants one thing, and your right side of your brain is telling you something else. So I do feel you have a little bit of a war going on, and you're not the first sign for this month of July. I've been getting the dichotomy, seesawing thing going back and forth has happened for quite a few of the signs. And for you, I feel it's actually happening in your mind. I do feel you're going to be getting some closure on some things or issues that you had in your past. So I do feel that you're going to be shutting the door on some old wounds or old issues or old addictions even. I feel many of you Aries are shutting the door on that. And I feel many of you are going to get involved in group dynamics that are actually going to help you through that. So if you're one of the Aries that's trying to get through addictions or have issues with like trying to close the door on some habits or bad habits or whatever in your life, I feel that you will be doing it through group, either group therapy or group associations with people that are all trying to deal with the same issue at the same time. That kind of thing is coming up here. Any traumas or dramatic steps or feelings of what you're going through actually was karmic in the sense that it had to happen. It was like preordained because you're meant to, for some of you, you're really meant to be here as a healer. And to be a healer, you had to go through some of these traumas and disruptions in your life so that you can help and assist and be of aid and a healer to others. So some of this was like almost like your karmic destiny or duty. Some of you may even be taking classes on how to release old wounds and old burdens and wounds. I also feel some of you are as well, in conjunction to all of this, I feel some of you are going to be getting rid of things like actual items. I'm seeing cleaning out your closets and putting things in boxes and donating them to charities or Goodwill and getting rid of items and freeing up your spaces, especially your closets. For some reason, I'm looking up on a closet shelf and I see like any kind of miscellaneous clutter getting put together in a box and taken away. Even some things that you're having trouble parting with, I feel you're going to realize that some of like this detoxing of whatever you have to get rid of, any old addictions or old wounds, whatever it is you have to close the door on, it also is going to involve you getting rid of clutter and things that are serving to clog up your life and bog you down, because they are weighing you and bogging you down. I do feel many of you Aries are trying to discover who you really are now and are going through like a transformation process where you're trying to discover who you are and like finding yourself, finding your center, finding your soul's purpose, and defining yourself as well. Like, how do I want to present myself to the world? What is it I want to look like? What is it that I want to say? How do I want to appear? How do I want to wear my hair? What do I want my body to look like? What kind of clothes am I going to wear? What is it I envision myself doing in my future to bring me the most fulfillment and also monetary success? I feel you're doing like a space clearing and also like a life review and getting yourself, I guess I want to say back on track, or getting yourself on some kind of track is what's coming up. I feel for some of you, you always knew this was going to happen, and that the thing you always knew that was going to happen was that your family was going to be divided. Now, this could be through a divorce, or it could be divided in an opinion or feelings about things, because I do get, but I feel you psychically or intuitively sensed it or knew it was always going to come down to that. So you're going to see a division happening in your family. And I feel that for many of you Aries, you really want there to be peace and wish things could be worked out. But in the time frame we're in right now, I don't know that some of the things you want to see work out are really going to be worked out. I feel sometimes you have to walk away from situations. So I feel you're leaving it alone and letting the division occur will let things organically work out and naturally work out on for the benefit of all. Then if you try to exercise your will and meddle or get too involved or try to stir the pot or try to convince this one or that one, I really feel like all that will backfire. So if you have some family situation that this might make sense to you about, if you stay out of it and let the chips fall where they may and let people work out their own problems and issues and solve their own stuff, it will work out better for everyone, including you, in the long run. I feel you may have this energy about you that you want to come in and fix things. And in this circumstance, I feel like this fixing is not in your control. And I don't feel like it's up to you to fix it either. So just think on that, Aries. You have to think about what's going on in your family life or around you. With this division of family, as how this will make sense. And if you stay out of it and worry about your own things, your own issues, whatever, your own property, your own stuff, your own, whatever you're working on, whatever you need to get rid of, and let other people that are having these divisions go on, will get sorted out in the right way. But you stepping in, it's going to backfire, because then people are going to start lashing out at you, and you do not need that, especially at this time. We're going through some really weird planetary stuff. I know I said this many times. I'm not an astrologer. I do read up on the different planetary influences, and I just know from my own energy of what's been going on in this month of June. June has been packing a wallop, I feel, in many ways for many different reasons. So I feel like June has been a bit of a roller coaster ride. So July is now upon us. I'm doing this reading at the end of June, but I feel July will bring better things. Now, the next card you have, which is crowning your reading today, Aries, you have the Queen of Cups. And the Queen of Cups could be, this is usually this is usually a water sign female. And this would either be a Pisces, a Cancer, or a Scorpio. That could be her sun sign, her rising sign, or her moon sign. This could also be, she could just have the personality traits right now of the Queen of Cups. And the Queen of Cups is somebody, to me, that's usually very can be very emotional, extremely sensitive. They can be controlled. Their emotions can be controlled by the cycles of the tides, and the moon cycles can affect her deeply. She could be somebody that can really tune in psychically to people. She can read people pretty well psychically. And if she's operating from, and she does have a lot of emotions of caring and love, but her feelings get hurt a lot and very easily. And she can lash out quite a bit too, depending on which sign she is. But also, if she's operating from the negative side of the Queen of Cups, she could be prone to being emotionally scattered and confused about her emotions. I feel there's a great deal of unhappiness around this woman, and for many of you, I feel she wants your forgiveness. You two were once very tight, and then that relationship ended or fell apart from her doing, and I feel she regrets that and feels bad about it, and she wants to reconnect or reunite with you. This also could be a love partner for some of you. I feel she can do things quite unexpected. They're telling me she's like a jack-in-the-box. She can just pop up at a moment's notice when you least expect it. So be on the lookout for this Queen of Cups. There was I'm hearing there was a real mismatch and mishmash, both things, of plans and ideas that didn't mesh or click together with the two of you, and therefore whatever kind of relationship this was didn't work out and broke apart and fell apart. I feel like it's already was apart. I'm not feeling like it's falling apart now in July. To me, I feel like it already occurred, and she's re-entering the picture, trying to resurrect whatever friendship or relationship it was that the two of you had together, and try to rectify things and remedy things. That was a lot of R's right there, but that is what they said. She wants you to believe what she said. I hear gossip has destroyed her. So either she's very gossipy and her gossiping is what destroyed her, or other people's gossip about her have destroyed her. Either way, gossip, whether it's coming from her or coming at her, has destroyed this Queen of Cups. And she does want you to believe her. I feel like there's always been something going on with her under the surface that, like, mentally, I don't feel like she was totally in balance. And I'm not saying she's unstable mentally. I just feel like, sometimes people can have like chemical swings in their body, like their own body chemistry can be out of whack with hormones and other things. I feel like some of that's been going on with her as well. I do feel that you're going to begin to talk again with her, and you're going to begin to reconnect with her again. For some of you, if this was a love mate to you, I feel you will rekindle that relationship, that romantic relationship and partnership. If it was a friendship and not romance, I feel that you will rekindle a friendship, partnership with them. I do feel that those of you that are going to do that, though, I feel you easing back into it slowly. I don't see you jumping in with both feet and being like, yay, yeah, I'm ready to jump back where we left off. I see you considering it, thinking it over, listening to what things she had to say, and easing back into it. This is somebody that created a lot of upset, upheaval, or drama for you. If she's not your friend or a love partner for you, she could very well be your daughter also. So she comes up as a mixed bag here, but she's somebody who would have had some problematic relationship with you for a variety of reasons where, gossip one way or the other made it fall apart. And she does want you to believe her and trust her again. There's a real huge sense of loss here. And she wants this relationship to be healed, mended, and back on track as the way it was again. I do feel that you will eventually get there, but maybe not exactly 100% the same, but I feel like you're going to be doing this slowly. Now, the next card you have in your layout today, Aries, you have the Moon card. And the Moon is a card to me that symbolizes secrecy and deception in romance. This could indicate that, also it can indicate heightened psychic ability and intuition. I do feel you're going to come to a point here where you're going to stop wondering what to do next, and you're just going to do it. I do feel that action steps needed to be taken, and you're going to take those steps, and you're going to be formalizing and finalizing plans and deals. If you're a business owner, I do feel that you are going to have the opportunity coming at you right now in this time frame of July and August to expand your business or develop your business further. You're going to be entertaining new options and new opportunities. You're being guided what to do, and I feel for some of you, Aries, something new is going to pop right up, right in front of you that you're not looking for, that you're not expecting, that you're not trying to find. It's like it's almost like the divine source is going to plop this opportunity right down in front of you, Aries. For many of you, I feel like it's a new job. I feel like it's new employment and a new job. And for some of you, I feel like it's a new opportunity to sell your product or your wares or whatever in a different format or at a different venue than what you were doing before. So for you working Aries, I feel that it's going to be a new job opportunity that pops up. And for you entrepreneur Aries, I feel that it's going to be an opportunity to sell your products and your wares or your services in a new way or in a new format or in a new venue. You may begin some kind of leasing arrangement with a coworker or someone you've worked with before or someone you know really well, where you and this coworker or partner or friend may lease some building or business, some space that you're going to use to work together as a team in tandem with each other with some kind of business program, plan, or idea. Now, it doesn't mean you're in business partnership with them. You may just be sharing the lease and the space with them. It does not mean that they're your business partner. It could be that too, but it comes up to me more about, you know this person well, you've known them for a while, you've either worked with them or you're friends with them or both, and that some opportunity is going to come up and something that they're doing and something you're doing are similar, and that you could both use the space together. So I do feel you may be leasing something together. Now, the final card of your outcome card for the tarot portion of your reading, Aries, you have the Three of Cups. And the Three of Cups to me is a card that symbolizes attending parties, gatherings, and celebrations. This could also be a celebratory conclusion to something that's going on in your life. I do feel that some of you Aries are going to be getting together with friends and or family and doing some celebrating. So maybe some of you Aries I picked up earlier off of the first card that talked about going away on a trip with family and friends and it being a mixed bag. This could apply to you once you get where you're going. There could be some family reunion or just some family and friend occasion, like maybe somebody's getting engaged and it's an engagement party or a wedding. This could also be just getting together for a party because you traveled a distance to see them. So it could be that. It also gives me the feeling of going home again. So some of you may be living in another state and you're going back to the state where you lived and where you grew up, and it's either a family reunion or a high school reunion or some kind of reunion party is going to happen, as I said, because you are going back to that area. I feel you're very angry, upset, or distraught about some things that are going on within your family. I feel you strongly disagree and don't feel good about some aspect of something that's happening within your family circle. I feel you also don't want to be listening to any more trivial nonsense going on, and you want people to be upfront, above board, and honest. Because I feel like you're really sick with game playing. I feel like you've had it, like you're starting to feel like people speaking with a forked tongue. They're either lying or they're telling stories, half truths, half lies, or they're just game playing and creating drama. And I feel like many of you Aries are like, I am sick to death of this situation. Everybody just needs to stop it and get on a new plan and a new program, and let's move on with life and stop doing this. I feel like you're feeling like your life is becoming a little too dramatic. I do feel many of you are going to be getting involved in a new opportunity that's really going to come in suddenly for you out of the blue. And this could put you in the forefront where you're dealing with a lot of people through whatever this is. I just see you're either going to be conversing with them, speaking to them, dealing with them in some manner. Like, I don't know what this is. It could be so many different options. But I feel like you're communicating to large numbers of people, or you're interacting individually with a lot of different people. But it's going to be putting a lot of people in front of you. You're going to have a lot of people in front of you listening to you or watching you or interacting with you based on this opportunity that's going to drop in for you, Aries. And I feel like you're getting really tired of listening to the same old stories. It keeps coming up over and over again. I feel like you want this page to turn in this book, and you want everybody else to be on the same page and turn the same page with the book. You're really tired of some things that have gone on, Aries. So I don't want to beat a dead horse, but it just keeps coming up over and over again. I do feel your life is going to change and have some real improving twists and turns to it, and some quite unexpected things I see here coming up. I do feel if any of you are business owners, you're going to be getting the opportunity to sell your products, services, or wares in conjunction with somewhere and someone else and somewhere else. Again, that comes back up again. So think on that, Aries. I hope that made some sense to some of you Aries out there. Now I want to look in the crystal for you for the end of this reading. I do feel you're ready to move out of the old. I have to say, I feel in the month of June, your aggravation level was extremely high. I feel it's better in July, but I feel in June it has been extremely high. And I am recording this on June 27th. I feel some of you Aries are going to take up some offer to go out dancing or to go out partying with a group or some kind of crowd. And I do feel that you're going to go. Anything that stopped you, blocked you, stumped you, stymied you in any way, I feel gets lifted and you get a green light, and that some new alternative path or way now opens up and becomes clear to you in July. I feel some of you, this is only going to apply to a very small portion probably. I feel you're going to get some kind of opportunity or option to buy into an existing company or business. And I feel that you're really going to be extremely leery about doing this because I feel you're very goal oriented and want to stand alone, so I don't feel like you're so certain you want to be linked to this business or company. So I'm not sure that you will do it. I feel you're going to think about it, but I see you having a strong resisting feeling to it. And I do feel that some of you Aries are going to take a big jump or a leap outside of your comfort zone and get yourself out into the world more socially. This could be through social networking. It could be through social media. It could be through dating sites, Facebook. It could be going out joining meetup groups or going out to events and things more. I just see some of you Aries are going to start getting yourself out socially, out and about more than you have for a little while. Honestly, with love, don't be mad at me, Aries, don't shoot the messenger. I feel like your love life is in kind of a pickle right now. I see too much up and down with it right now, and I don't really see it changing right now. I feel like your love life may be very likely to change in the month of September. I feel, or even in sometime in August, I feel your life is in too much of a pickle right now, or you are, and that I don't really feel like you're completely prepared for your next phase yet, but you're getting there, Aries, you're getting there. I do feel there is some Aries, if you're single and looking for love, I do feel June, July, August, those summer months, could see some of you meeting someone new and starting a relationship. But for more Aries, I feel like it starts later. I feel like September is the jumping off point. So I hope this reading made sense to you, and I certainly hope it was of some help. I want to say thank you so much for watching and sharing and liking my videos. Thank you for subscribing and for Google Plusing. I do truly appreciate that. And please be sure to subscribe to my channel, because then you will get notified when I post any mid-month updates or monthly readings or any other videos I add to my channel. And also be sure to follow me on Facebook, because I do post things there daily that you're not going to be able to see here on YouTube. And to follow me also on Twitter, because I do tweet occasionally. I truly hope you have an amazing month of July, Aries, and know that I wish you many blessings and peace.